We're all going to die.
And there's no way of getting out of it.
But take a step back. As they say, use your time wisely.
Now, I'm not going to divulge too much into this. When it comes down to it,
The key is living in the moment.
Let's all take a second to allow those contrasting visuals to sink in. When you think about it, there exists such stark contrast in our big, wide, beautiful world here today. On the one hand, there exist countries like Bhutan, where development is measured based on the happiness of people, and people do not smoke, they don't cut down trees, they don't use plastic bags because it leads to unhappiness. But on the other hand, there exist countries like Syria, where civil war has claimed the lives of over 130,000 people over the last 3 years alone. And the government has even resorted to using weapons against his own people. In the same world, where people make money through large-scale destruction of forests, illegal mining, and poaching, there exist people passionately working in NGOs, like the Bangladesh Rural Advancement Committee, which has alleviated poverty of 135 million people over the course of their active lifespan. We see the tiniest of creatures in nature, like termites, build beautiful, air-conditioned, iconic mounds like the one seen in this picture. But we also see millions of people living in narrow, dirty slums where each person has to sleep in an area as small as this. Doesn't it make you wonder? In our world filled with such mesmerizing beauty, what is it that creates all this pollution? What is it that creates all this violence? What is it that creates all this inequality? What is it that creates all this destruction? My Greenstone project has been a journey exploring and expressing something what I feel is a pivotal concept that should be the foundation for everything we do going forward. Sensitivity. I realize that Bhutan's happiness policy, the care given by the people and NGOs, and the termites building their structures are connected together by one common value, sensitivity towards their cause. All the other disturbing cases, including war, large-scale destruction of forests, pollution, and poaching, are perhaps brought about by the lack of sensitivity or insensitivity. After stumbling upon this concept and examining various issues worldwide, I've come to realize that sensitivity is perhaps the change maker we seek in the 21st century. And it is in finding the sensitivity towards ourselves, towards each other, towards the community and the environment, that any form of positive change can be initiated towards sustainable development and a happy world. In my Greenstone project, I have explored and expressed sensitivity in 3 areas that I'm most passionate about: music, social enterprise, and architecture. Looking back, perhaps my first initiation towards sensitivity came about from understanding and sharing my parents' architecture practice. My parents tried to be sensitive in the buildings that they built. For example, when I was younger, I remember traveling to this resort in India that they built, which was to be built on a barren land. To meet all the water requirements of the place, they first dug out a large rainwater harvesting lake. And all the stone that was dug out for this lake was later used for the construction of the buildings. The resort also recycled their own waste materials and grew their own food. And it is also true, it is a sensitive architecture that brought me to Green School. Over the 2 years, I've had the opportunity to live in a bamboo house and go to school in a bamboo school. How many people can say that they did that for 2 years of their lives? And yeah, I went through the 2 years successfully. Yes, the rooms leaked noise. Yes, things got really hot and sweaty. Yes, I didn't always enjoy using the compost toilets. But all this is made for when I'm living and learning in one of the most unique, sensitive, and awesome educational environments in the world. To cap it all has been an experience to have been interning with PT Bamboo to be involved in the construction of our own graduation tent. The tent is currently being erected on the soccer field, and it is constructed in such a manner that every single bamboo pole can be reused again for another project. But buildings like Green School and Swasvara alone cannot stop the world's problems. Buildings are like these are like an oasis in a dreary desert, where everything else is junk. To make a larger impact, large-scale interventions are necessary at a planning level. As a first step towards this, my parents' architecture firm Inspiration has been presenting this concept of sensitive language planning at the Venice Biennale 2014, considered one of the most prestigious architecture exhibitions in the world. I've had the unique opportunity to be involved in the making of this presentation, which has further strengthened my understanding of sensitivity in planning and design. So is this true for any profession? 3 months ago, Mauricio, or Mo, as we know him better, introduced to me a slightly crazy idea to crowdfund $1 million so that our Indonesian scholarship students would be able to pursue their higher education. Looking beyond the slight craziness of the amount he was trying to raise, though, I found this to be an extremely sensitive appeal of giving opportunity to at least a handful of people who can make a huge difference in Bali. I wanted to help out in whatever way I could. I was chosen as one of the student representatives for this campaign. We got together a bunch of students from high school and started perhaps the largest online crowdfunds ever initiated by an NGO or school. This student-led campaign currently has over $12,000 funded, with over 80 people funding us. We still have a long way to go, but all this has made me realize that us small drops of water make the mighty ocean. A lot of small contributions from common people can make a huge difference to the lives of people. If our causes and intentions are sensitive, there'll be sensitive people to back us and support us. Thanks to the hard work of all the people involved in this campaign and Mo, and all the teachers helping us, our Indonesian graduates, Hika, Ira, Alicia, and Rai, have been given a hope to pursue their higher education. And so now it's clear to me that sensitivity is a value that must be communicated world over. And so far, music has been my medium to communicate the sensitivity. Over the last few years, I've been involved in events using music as a tool to connect people and spread a positive message. I've been fortunate to work alongside and learn from artists like Kevin Briggs, John Anthony, John Schroeder, Michael Franti, Robbie Navikula, and many more. After 9 years of playing guitar, a couple of months of composition, a couple of years of recording and mastering, and another 2 weeks of mixing, I'm proud to release my debut EP album out to the world today as my communication and expression of sensitivity. Who's been my biggest musical mentor and inspiration, to officially release and launch the album and set me out into the world as an artist. I'll be selling exclusive copies of this album on Friday after the assembly, so make sure to get your own copy. The 5 songs in my album are all over the place and range from acoustic, fingerstyle, rock, and even Indian, Spanish, and jazz influences. So what's my path after Green School? After graduation, I'll be going back to India, traveling and studying for a bit. I've been fortunate to be accepted into the Berklee College of Music, one of the most prestigious music colleges in the world, where I'll also be pursuing architecture as a minor. In whatever fields that I aim to pursue, I hope to make a difference in the world with a sensitive approach. I would like to conclude my Greenstone presentation with a small poem that I wrote about sensitivity. In every song that strikes the soul and aspires to be bold, in every life-generating seed grown and pristine forest preserved not sold, in every beautiful building built sensibly in harmony with its surroundings, in every drop of water saved and energy produced sustainably, In every fresh meal deliciously cooked to perfection, in every rupiah earned through hard work and good intention, in every smile and helping hand spreading collective joy, in every action that values the world before oneself, I experience sensitivity. Thank you.